All right. Thank you for your patience. We've just come out of executive session in discussion of ordinance 2022-05 regarding our R3, R4, and our active employee housing. I'm going to ask for a motion to table our decision.
I move to postpone consideration of proposed ordinance 2022-05 to a future meeting.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, motion made by Kalen, seconded by Tawny. Kalen, discussion?
So it seems like there are some drafting changes, some that need to be incorporated, and additional discussions with the lending industry and the Property Rights Coalition to just solidify some of the discussion that happened tonight.
Great.
Prior to moving forward.
Thank you. Tawny?
Nope.
Anybody else? All right, I'll call for the motion to postpone this decision for a special meeting upcoming, as soon as we are able to follow up with the Property Rights Coalition, Utah Realtors, and home builders. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? 4-0. That's it.
Kind of anticlimactic.
You'll see the draft, Randy. You'll see the draft in the next couple of days.
I know that's a grueling decision. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So one comment I have, is there no chance at all for another public hearing?
I don't think so.
This has been out since
It hasn't been
October.
out, But I did read the minutes. That
Yeah.
one hasn't been in yet. Not one property owner besides me in this whole process cares.
Well,
We can't round them up and make them come.
You know what, I talked to developers about it and invited them to come, and none of them came.
Well, maybe there's a lack of owners or something.
There's a lack of land.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's a lack of developable land, that's what it is.
thanks you guys for sticking around.
Thank you very
Yep.
much. Appreciate
More to
your
come
hard
on that
work.
one. Thank you. Goodbye. Hope they had a good time out there. All right,
Listening at the door.
quickly, Carly, city manager's update.
All right, I'll make this quick. We are convening our water resource management plan stakeholder group and focus groups. And I know there was interest in having a council member be a council member and maybe an alternate on that focus group level. So this is more managing really the detailed operations of this plan. My recommendation was to have Luke serve, since this plan is trying to integrate like land use planning and water use. That's a big thing that it's doing. I thought he made a really good kind of natural choice because you are our planning commission liaison. So I
And
believe,
you're on that water.
On MOP too.
and MOP too, right? So that's why, that was my recommendation to
Nexus.
the mayor, but
And Luke and I talked about it, and he's fine. And then alternative? Anybody? Jason?
I can do, I'll be happy to be an alternative for
You
it.
okay with that, Kate?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah?
okay.
All right,
That'd
very
be
good.
great.
All right.
Terrific.
You'll let them know?
Yes, we will. We'll send out invites to you. Visioning focus groups are coming up August 1st through the 3rd. Future IQ has a schedule on their website, and please feel free to sign up for those. You can also just observe too. You guys don't have to necessarily participate. And finally, we have a new assistant police chief. His name is Lex Bell. He comes to us from the Wasatch Front. He's happily using that property that we recently leased. So that's how we were able to get him down here so quickly. So he started Monday.
Nice.
And we'll have him come out and meet all of you shortly.
That's all I've got. Great. Thank you. All right, we're moving on to mayor council reports. We'll start with you, Tawny, and just go down the line.
Oh, and I will go fast. I attended a Canyonlands Healthcare Special Service District meeting, and there's not a lot to report, except that we do need to really recognize the staff at the care center. They are doing a fantastic job of keeping a very vulnerable population healthy and entertained, and as on an even keel as possible. They're just doing a great job. And I attended a HASU meeting, and likewise, it was basically just a business meeting, but they are doing a ton of heavy lifting in this community. And so I don't ever want to hear anybody say people don't want to work again, because I think people are working really, really hard on a lot of good projects.
They are, and I'm glad you recognize that. Thank you. Anything else?
Nope.
Caitlin?
I attended the Moab and Grand County Coordination Committee meeting, and we spent a lot of the time talking about strategy on somewhat parallel housing efforts, as we discussed previously. So hopefully we coordinate. The sustainability director interviews are ongoing, so hopefully that position gets filled reasonably soon. And I sat in on the regular city solid waste district meeting between Carly and the acting executive director. We had a regular solid waste special service district meeting, which was just basically a business meeting. In the course of doing recruiting for our executive director, I realized that I'm inadequately trained on interviewing and recruiting in general, and I talked to Danny about it, and she said that she just assumed that the council knows what to do. The solid waste special district is having a training for our staff and board members tomorrow, so that we're perhaps better prepared for that process, and might be of interest for the city to do that as well, just because we have variable experience with that. That's all.
Thanks, Caitlin. Luke?
Yeah, I attended the local homeless council. Not a ton to report aside from, unfortunately, we're seeing a rise in literal homelessness relative to historical data in our community right now. So excited to hopefully be taking some meaningful action on some of our housing initiatives. They've also identified a lot of the providers in the conversation have been talking about the need for lockers within the community for some of the homeless individuals. People are having issues properly storing or securing their possessions, which is really stretching provider resources to try to replenish some of those things. And one of the big issues that they're actually facing is that a lot of people are losing their prescription medications. And I know from my grant experience, sometimes that's not an easy thing to find funding for. So some sort of lockers like that, potentially some collaboration between the nonprofits and the city would be really fantastic to address some of those concerns and ideally ease the burden of, once again, a very overworked segment of our workforce in the nonprofit sector. And then our mob meeting was canceled, so that was the only other thing on my calendar.
Great, thanks. Jason?
I got nothing. This too crazy. I had one meeting scheduled and it was canceled. I had a Grand County Emergency Medical Service District meeting that was canceled last week, and so I have a chamber meeting tomorrow morning and then another meeting next week. So
Just along those same lines, we'll be meeting next week to talk about the sales tax allegation between the healthcare district and EMS. So it'll be Liz, myself, and Evan, and I can't remember who else. I think there's 4 of us. You. Great.
Yeah.
So anyway, that'll be a good discussion, and I'll keep you abreast of that. So for me, I don't have, I attended a lot of the same meetings you all did, and I also attended a meeting with San Juan County, Moab, and Grand. It was pretty much run by Mac McDonald's from San Juan County. He gave us a lot of information. One of the things that the public may be interested in is that they are redoing their entire land use code. And so it's on their webpage. I think if you go right to sanjuancounty.org, then it's right on their front page. And so Mac really would like to get input from the community on their ordinances. So I encourage everybody to provide comment to them. And that's really all I have. We're going to be having a meeting this week with the county on the active employee housing ordinance. Kind of a little late, but hopefully we'll be able to work something out with them. So that's all I have. Thank you. This is a long night. I was hoping to be done at 8 o'clock. I'm never going to ever say that again. But good meeting, good discussion, you guys. I think hopefully we're going to get this done before you go on the river. And you can just come back and we'll have new issues that we'll be dealing with as always.
They're writing to us about
So
pickleball
I'm going to
courts,
ask
so-
for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Tawny, second by Luke. All in favor?